Let's just keep it in South Africa and we'll just have Dee share real quick. Dee, are you with us?
I'm here.
Well,
Hi,
hello.
Michelle. Hi, everyone. Hello. So I recently just got back from South Africa. Actually, for the first time ever, took my parents and my sister with me to Bali, where we had a wonderful family vacation for the first time ever, you guys. So I started this business in October of 2023. So it's my 11-month anniversary, and I started out as a complete beginner with no prior experience, no formal education. I really didn't have any experience on social media, apart from just posting on Instagram for my friends and my family, but I haven't marketed anything. And I was a broke 9 to 5er. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. I'm sure everyone can. Being a broke 9 to 5er, you guys, I worked Mondays to Saturdays, public holidays every single month. And I did not have enough to cover my bills or to take care of my family. There were times when I would ask my mother to help me out as well. And it's so demoralizing being a person who's working, but you need to ask for help still. And I come from a background where my mother, she was sick her entire life. She had cancer throughout her body, throughout her life, and throughout my childhood. So I had very little time with my mother actually growing up because she was in and out of hospital. And I had very little time with my father because he had to work. And he had to work and he had to take on a second job and a third job and he had to work across, the country all the time because he needed to make up the hours so that he could pay for my mother's hospital bills and to take care for his two young daughters. So a lot of the times it felt like I really didn't have parents because one was constantly sick and in the hospital, another was constantly working. So when you hear moms and dads share on this webinar that they don't get to spend time with their children and they don't have that relationship with their children, I was on the opposite end of that because I'm not a parent myself, but I'm a child of that environment. And it's so heartbreaking not having time with the people you love the most in the world. And when I was growing up, there was no such thing as online work or online opportunities, especially here in South Africa. And then I came across Cecilia's video, and Cecilia was speaking about selling digital products online. And she was speaking about earning 100% profit. And I've never heard of that before because I've only heard of earning a small percentage and putting in the work and having to recruit people and build teams and being a team leader and all of that. And I was like, that is not for me. And I was one of those people. I would send Cecilia email after email after email asking questions. And she would say, my friend, she would clarify all the questions for me. And she would say, my friend, do me a favor and attend a webinar. I send you these invitations weekly. Attend one webinar, attend the presentation. And you know what? I saved for 2 months and I started in October of last year. Within my first 7 months in this business, you guys, I generated my first not my first 6 figures, my first million rand in South Africa. And then 3 months later, the second million rand. So I made $100,000 in 10 months. And when I started, I was so broke. I did not have a laptop. I did not have a computer. I started with my cell phone. And Michelle's training is so user friendly that you can do this with your cell phone and internet. It is so user friendly because she's made it compatible for your cell phone or for a computer. And I just took my family to Bali. And while I was in Bali, everything that I spent on that holiday for 4 people, 4 adults, the plane tickets, the hotel, the restaurants, all the activities that we were doing, I made all of that money back in 1 week, $5,000 because of my digital marketing business. And the thing, my mother looked at me and she said, you make my life so easy. She told me that I made a childhood dream of hers come true, something as the average person may think it's insignificant, but getting on a jet ski on the beach. She said, you made my childhood dream come true. And she's a 53-year-old woman. And my father, for the first time, got on an aeroplane. He got on a plane to a different continent at the age of 64. And he said, thank you, my child. And it's so emotional. But at the end of that trip, something even better happened. My mother looked to me and she said, I want to start this business as well. And she started her business. She just started her training. She finished her setup in a couple of days. and she's been watching a training. And just this morning, she was telling me about how Michelle is teaching her about CTAs. And I was like, my mother, who has not had an income for 30 years because she was dying of cancer and her company let her go, she now has the ability to generate an income online because of Michelle O'Neill and this business. And my mother said the next holiday is on me. So to anyone who wants to start this business, start this business. Start it skeptical, start it afraid, but start it because you will be brave and we will be there for you. And you will get the step-by-step training and guidance. You will never be left alone because you've got 40,000 people from around the world right there ready to support you. So thank you so much, Michelle. This always gets me emotional.
Oh my goodness, I know. Wow, what a story. And oh, how fun. Now you can partner up with your mom. I just absolutely
So
love
much
that.
fun. It's so much fun, Michelle. You've given her this inspiration that she goes, I can now do this as
Oh,
well. As shy as she is, she's like, okay, I'm going to start off with the faceless marketing, as Michelle says, and then gradually introduce myself on camera. And I'm like, look who's watching the training. And she's got a little notebook and a pen, and she's so excited. For the first time in 30 years. I'm just like, incredible. Like, I'm just so excited.
you know, I
And
love
so
what you just said. The
she'll be,
first time in
my
50
hope
years.
really, yeah, my hope is that in 6 months or even less, she will be on one of these webinars speaking about how she's generated her 6 figures as well. So I'm really excited for that, Michelle.
Yes. I love what you
Thank
said though.
you.
You're like, she's, excited again, first time in like, long time. And it's like, that's what I love about this because you
Yes,
get, you get hope back in your life, right? Because
yes, yes,
we get so caught up in this mundane of our life or just surviving our life, and this gives you that vision to be able
that
to
hope.
create your life. And oh, I just love that. I'm so proud of you, my friend. Thank you for
Oh,
sharing.
thank you, Michelle.
Oh,
Thank you so
love that.
much. Thank you
Wow,
for
what a
having me.
story.